Hello everyone. So in today's lecture we are going to discuss about other two elements of transfer function. As we have seen in last lecture, an introduction about Bode plot, we have seen that Bode plot is a plot between frequency and magnitude and even frequency and phase. Then we have seen that a transfer function will have four elements. We discussed about gain element, and then we discussed about derivative and integral factor. So in today's class we will discuss about another two elements of transfer function. The third one is first order pole, that is 1 by j omega t plus 1. Now how the magnitude look like? So magnitude is 20 log of 1 by j omega t plus 1. Magnitude will be minus 20 log under root 1 plus omega square t square dB. Okay, so well, you can just get this 20 log. I get upstairs that, and it will be minus 20 under root 1 plus omega square t square, right? Now it is little more interesting. It is no longer like y mx plus c. So little more complicated, but we will try to simplify this. Let's try to draw this, and it's look like here like omega in log scale. Then this is my magnitude, right, which is in decibel. Somewhere here would be the phase angles, right? So let's see what happened at low frequencies. Low frequency would means omega is very small compared to 1 by t. Omega is very small. This term can be ignored now. If omega is very small, we can ignore this term. Okay, so it will be minus 20 log 1, which value is 0. So it's an approximate value of my magnitude when I'm working with low frequencies. Okay, so what can I say is that for low frequency this is 0 dB, and I will just get here this pink color graph is for low frequency till here, till this point. Okay, let's see what when this change at high frequency. When my omega is very large compared to 1 by t, my magnitude is again minus 20 log under root 1 plus omega square t square. So since it's very large, we can ignore this one. So it will be omega square t square with this square root will become omega t. Okay, and how does it look like? It is minus 20 log omega minus 20 log t. So this is constant value. So it's in form of mx plus c. So what is my slope? Slope is again minus 20. So let's see at a particular interesting point. Okay, when my omega equals to t, the magnitude is 0. Okay, so you can see at some point or time or some frequency are somewhere here where which is omega equals to 1 by t, this guy goes to 0, and after that it will just move downward with a slope of 20 dB, or you can say 20 minus 20 log omega slope. So in this is x axis, so my slope is minus 20 dB. Okay, and how does the product will look like? So it is just approximation curve. You are just saying that I'm taking my magnitude, the approximate value. So these two guys meet at this point, which is also known as corner frequency. Okay, so I'm just making some approximation here. I'm just starting at low frequency, then I say I am just at 0 dB. I keep continuing at higher frequency, range I'm just going down at minus 20 dB per decade. And this is, you can say, the plot can be approximated by two lines, right? So one is this asymptote and the second one is this asymptote, and these two meet at this point where omega is equals to 1 by t. Okay, and you can say corner frequency. So these are two approximation we get. Now what is actual plot? Actual plot may have some error, right? So we just say at omega equals to 1 by t, it may not be 0, but something somewhere close to 0. So we will see what that is. Okay, so this is my magnitude between 0 to 1 by t. My magnitude is 0, or you can say my slope is 0, and in from minus t to infinity my slope is minus 20 dB per decade. So now how does the actual plot look like? We will come to phasor a little later. We will see what does, or we will settle on that business later on. First we will see what is the error. Error is actually the actual minus approximation. So what is actual? Actual, I can write this as, this is square root, it was square root, so it will be 1 by 2 power. If I am taking it outside, it will be 10. So this is my actual value. Okay, and approximation was 20 log omega t, right? So what happening at 1 by t? I will put the value of 1 by t in this error, actual and approximate both. So I will get minus 20, this will become 1, so it's 2 log 2 plus this will become 0 because log of 1 is 0. So my magnitude at omega 1 by t is minus 3 dB. Okay, so at omega 1 by t, the length is, the difference between actual and approximation is 3 dB. Okay, similarly I could ask myself what happened at other points. Say at omega 1 by 2 t. Okay, so at omega equals to 1 by 2 t, again I am just putting the value of omega, so my magnitude is minus 1 dB, right? So it will be somewhere here. Okay, so this is for 1 by t, this is half of 1 by t. Okay, error is 1 dB. Similarly I can compute for omega equals to 2 by t, right? Again the error will be 1 minus 1 dB. Error, I am talking about error. Error will be 1 by dB. Okay, so if I just see the error graph, okay, so this is my actual, 20 square root disappeared, so this is approximation. Okay, so you see at maximum error is at corner frequency. Okay, maximum error is at corner frequency. So if I draw error graph, it will be something like this. Right, so at corner frequency my error is maximum. Then at omega equals to 1 by 2t, my error is 1 dB. Similarly, at omega equals to 2t, my error is 1 dB. Minus 1 dB, minus 1 dB is the error. Okay. So this will be some plot will be like this. And these are in the case 3 minus 3 dB. This is minus 1 dB, 1 minus 1 dB. Okay, so this is error graph for this curve. Now what about the phase here? So we keep doing this for omega equals to t, 2t, and so just compute this error. This is again for a straightforward procedure. Okay, now we will see phase. So we will now come back to phase angle. Phase angle, that is computed at omega equals to 0. My phi is 0. If I put omega 0, minus tan inverse of 0 is 0. Omega equals to 1 by t. My phi is 45. Then at infinity it's minus 90. Okay, so omega goes to infinity. My phase is becoming minus 90. When omega is 0, my phase is 0. At corner frequency, my phase is 45. So the phase would look like something like this. Again, for extra values, I could compute substituting for omega and t, and this stuff I will get. So this is actual phasor, and this is my approximate phasor curve, right? So this was my first order factor, the form 1 by j omega plus t. I would do this exactly in the same way for zeros, or first order factor j omega t plus 1. This is t over here. Okay, so nothing would change. It's again t, only is it will become positive. So minus 20 will become positive. Everything will be same, just that in case of phi it would be 0. At 0, phi would be positive 45. Then it will be positive 90. Okay, so I will use this graph for phasor and this for magnitude of first order zero factor. Okay, so something like this, the magnitude plot would just be again the same, right? If I draw the asymptote magnitude plot using same technique, I am assuming both are meeting at corner frequency. Okay, again at low frequency I am having 0 dB magnitude. Then my at higher frequency it's a line with a slope of positive 20 dB per decade. Okay, and angles are also like inverse of the polar phasor diagram. It's 0, then it's positive 45, then it's positive 90. Okay, so the way you can compute for low frequency, it will still be existing the same way for higher frequency. The approximation would still be the same. For low frequency, I can just get rid of. So low, I can just get rid of the term. For higher, I can just get rid of the down this guy. Okay, so the things will be same. And then we will continue to look at the another element, fourth element of the transfer function, that is quadratic factor. Okay, these are little interesting, right? To plot the error, we will deal with quadratic factor next. We will say that quadratic factor is in form 1 by 1 plus 2 zeta j omega by omega n plus j omega omega n whole square. Okay, so again, I will just do it first for pole, and the 0 is just again a mirror image. Okay, so how does magnitude look like? So I'm just again looking at 20 log and this entire thing. It is 20 log magnitude of 1 by 1 plus 2 zeta minus j omega by omega n plus j omega omega n whole square. Okay, so the real part is minus 20 log 1 plus omega by omega n whole square. Okay, then the imaginary part whole square. Again, as usually, we will first look at how the asymptote plot look like. So here we will see, well, what happened when omega by omega n, which we defined as u is less than 1, means u is very small, right? So if u omega by omega n is less than 1, what will happen? So for low frequency, the magnitude will be minus 20 log gj omega is, if you will see, this is less than 0. So I can cancel this term, even I can cancel this term. So it will be again 1, so it will be 0 for low frequencies. Okay. So for low frequency, I'm still at 0 dB here. Okay, till here. Now what is the other approximation? The other approximation comes when omega by omega n is greater than 1. So in that case, my magnitude, this becomes minus 20 log omega by omega n whole square. Okay, so we ignore this guy. So we have omega by omega n, we will ignore this in higher frequency, and the square root will comes, this square root will cancel this, so I will left with this one. So the 2 will come here, it will be minus 40 omega by omega n. Okay, then again it will be written as minus 40 log omega plus 40 log omega n, correct? So again it's in form of a line, y is equals to mx plus c, a straight line of a slope with minus 40 decibel per decade, and some intercept here is 40 log omega n. This can be computed because the omega 1 is already given to us, right? So when omega is equals to omega n, my magnitude goes to 0. So I am here, okay, and I will be just 0 0 0 until this joint point. What is this point? At this point, omega is equals to omega n, and after this point I go down with a slope of minus 40 decibels, right? So again I can just compute the error as it is. So what is actual one? This is my actual one magnitude. If I just take the square root, it will be minus 10 log 1 for the error one. Okay, so I will just compute the value of this. So this is for low frequency. Then well, again for higher frequency the error would be the same, right, with this 40 log u. Now what we will see here is that no longer just compute by substituting the value of omega is given to us, right? So this is comes here. So omega, they are substituting it, just can't get a close sum expression. So what we see here is it's depend of course omega n, and also for different value it will be different for different zeta values. We will not really spend time in computing the simple. I just show you how the plot would look like. Okay, just before that, how would the angle look like? The phase angle is phi tan inverse 2 zeta omega by omega n by 1 minus omega by omega n square. When omega is equals to 0, my phi is 0. When omega is equals to omega n, my phi is minus 90 degree. When omega approaches to infinity, my angle approaches to minus 180 degree, right? So similar thing will happen here when I have this guy. It will be like this. The other are again for different value of zetas. So similar thing will happen when I have this guy in numerator. Okay, only thing is everything will be mirror image. This will be going upward, this angle will be also like this, and then it will be positive 180 degree, right? So it is just a mirror image. Now that's all the 4 element of transfer function. Now we will see the numericals in next lecture. So that's all for today's lecture. Thank you.